What a dynamic entry into this reading. Let's get into it. Talk about a pressure point, really entering into divine masculine's life. Now, we do have in the cards, I generally pull cards, I'll sit with them for a few moments, title it, and again, there can be some additional energy that does come through the reading, especially as I'm channeling the messages that are being shown to me. Now, straight off the bat, especially because it is October, and we do know the transits, I think it's really interesting that the crowning energy is marriage proposal energy, and it's a bit blurry. However, I always feel when these cards come out that way, it is quite significant to the energy of the reading, but it is the crowning energy. Now, when we're looking at the past position, it's also going to give us some sense of a signifier of what this is about, and I do feel this is connected to a current contract, partnership, how it's directly impacting their path, and that of the past, and even what was blurry in the past to do with love, to do with a connection, which I'm going to read it. We're going to give you the overall view, and we're going to get into this message. Now, I do believe there's a circumstance that either A, they're kind of thinking about, okay, what can I offer the divine feminine? What can I offer in the connection of this? How do I look at this frequency? Now, the card states, proposal. A romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Now, this is something they're thinking about. It's like, okay, if I was to do this, how would it be? You know, there's an offer on the table. Do I take it? Do I leave it? Where do I stand within the context of A, a current connection, or B, you know, again, I do see because of the past position and them feeling blurry, I kind of feel that they're coming through this circumstance and they're reviewing their relationship and partnership sector. Now, there are opportunities, but I do think for some reason this is to do with a current and a past position. And, you know, for some of you, this can very much be you, divine feminine, because I do see if there is a context coming up with this past position where, because it's in a reversal, it's the reverse meaning of it. In the upright, plain, straight to the point, it's love. Love surrounds all of your connections, moving forward positively in all areas of life. There was, you know, it almost feels as though when they're with you, everything feels like that. Maybe they have misinterpreted a connection they're currently in or what they were dealing with, be it it's a contract or a physical partnership. It doesn't have to be romantic. In this karmic cycle relating to the previous eclipse, moving to the Aries moon, the house itself. This is a revelation. These individuals are gearing up, ready to have a huge revelation. Now, it's like a revelation going, oh my gosh, what have I done? Oh my gosh, where am I? Now, in the heart of it, we have the ticking clock. Use your time well. Things impacting them, what they do, their actions, their words, make every moment count. I feel as though not only do they not know what to do, but they do know what they want. They do know what they don't want. So, again, unleashing their creativity. We have this card in reverse, and it's an intuitive energy they're holding at the moment. And how can I explain this? For some, it can be that they're having issues with a spouse, a contract that they're needing to kind of sever ties with. Unfortunately, for some, it could be that they have a tribe of family, and this has been causing some conflict. It was something spiritually they had to come to terms with. Although for those that are single, it was healing to do with a contract partnership kind of situation, could have been a workplace. Whatever this bugbear was, I do think they're dealing with it in a tactical way, but they're also feeling they can't do any more with it than where it is right now. That doesn't mean to say it's not going to exit stage. It means they're resolved to knowing something has to change. They are unsure and apprehensive whether the other parties involved are going to agree. But again, I come back to the factor that they do feel as though they know what they do want in a connection. They definitely know what they want. There's some reversals here, but I think it's more the acute awareness of how to approach this, what they need to deal with, where the adversity can come from, but nevertheless, the unknown, curiouser, discovering, inquiring, weirdness, and curiosity. It's sort of like they're like, I know I'm going to have to address this. I don't know how it's kind of going to go. But again, I have made my judgment. I do know what I want to do. I do know what I need to do. Where am I signing? Where am I crossing the signature out? What am I releasing here? I need to release something. What exactly am I getting into? Now, I feel they're trusting of a circumstance more so, even though they may not know how it's going to go, but they definitely know what they're severing ties with. They're trying to take a bird's eye view with this. This also can be seeking mentors, seeking professionals, seeking advice. We do have the judgment here, so this can be a professional of some description. Soul searching will bring you peace on many areas of your life. Now, for some, this could be it's already happened, and so they're taking a moment to really take stock and go, shit, I kind of hoped it would. I wish it didn't have to come to this. Really taking stock. But they do feel once they've done that and they're not dragging that baggage around, they feel they're in the storm. Now look at the outcome card. It's like, okay, to get from point A to point B, I'm physically going to have to go through the storm. I really don't know how this is going to go, but unless I deal with it, it's sort of like they're aware that they can preempt and consider and wonder how everything's going to go, but there's still going to be the ultimate unforeseen. And so they're fully conscious of that. They're fully aware of it. They feel they've thought about it too much. I kind of feel it's like if I keep thinking about this, I keep talking myself out of it. When I keep coming back to square one again and I keep coming back to the same consensus, so I actually spiritually have my judgment. I totally know what I need to do, what sort of circumstance I need to deal with. A lot of masculines will be, especially to the end of the year, dealing with old circumstances. That does not mean they're not tying up loose ends. That does not mean there can be no communication, no reconciliation. But there are various stages in separating and severing ties with circumstances. But I do see this as a proceeding forward moment, especially in the context of the mountain here and the eagle. They have the tools to rise above this. It's going to take a bit of time. They could be in an eye of a storm at the moment, but they have the courage and the willingness with this vibration to actually move through it. They're facing it head on, and I'm really, they know what's coming. They're preparing themselves. Again, sometimes we know who these individuals are. We know what their behavioral patterns are, be it it's a job, be it it's a boss, be it it's a karmic romantic partner, a baby mama, however it be. After the storm we have, now it's like, okay, I just need to deal with the here and now. I've got crap going down. So this is the pearls of wisdom, the acorn. They're like, look, I do have, in order to get to my sun, my energy, my direction, I first need to deal with the energy that is here right now, both myself, getting myself grounded, getting those things resolved, and addressing what I need to spiritually sever, so that I can get to my sun, my energy, the light at the end of that tunnel. And I think they're doing this quite tactically. I think they're trying to have as much courage and conviction about what is going to work for them so they can get to the other side of this. Now, we're going to go into slight clarifiers before we wrap this up. We do cover these energies weekly. And if you do want this content ahead of the crowd, you can join a YouTube membership, which is ad-free, as well as I do give the members additional perks. Really coming down to how the masculines can be feeling about this frequency energetically, both astrologically and spiritually, as well as how it can be impacting the divine feminines and karmic third party energies, just to give you a sense of guidance about how to navigate all of those things. Okay, this is something that isn't a surprise. And again, for some reason, the value systems with this connection are really out of sync. They may have been thinking about this from July. There has been a lot of shifts that they've been going through, and they feel this pressure point now really well and truly. Okay, how are they feeling towards the divine feminine in the past place? They're very scared that somebody is going to pinch you. They're very scared you're going to move forward, especially this has put pressure on them to really level up and choose what's authentic to them. For some of you, it could have been that you really respected, okay, if this is what you think you need to do and this is where you need to be, kumbaya, I'm moving on my way. This has actually helped this individual ascend. And it's not like they're surprised. They're not surprised. They're just surprised that they even let you go. It's more that. They're surprised that they weren't more ready at that point in time and it came to this. Okay, they're keeping their cards close to their chest. They've learned a very karmic lesson. They're also being more selective about their own needs. Particularly I do feel for a lot of them, they have considered everybody else around them. And they've simply found that no matter what they've done, it's never been enough. And so this energy now has signified to them that this ending of this karmic contract is deeply necessary, that they have no more creativity to give. For some, I'm just going to say, something of a question mark over paternity can be coming up. That can be individuals, not everyone, but there is something to do with that. I also feel a guide is coming through to actually support them through this circumstance, to give them some messages. Okay. I can say they already know that, being considered, they know where the bugbear is to affect their consistency. They know what has been hindering them from being able to offer more. They know where their life has become stagnant, where friends have been removed, employment has changed, all of those things, where it's been hindered due to karmic cycles. This is the circumstance they're addressing so that they can have more consistency and so they can provide that. And they definitely feel as though the only way Divine Feminine is going to consider this is if there is consistency. Let's look to the bottom row. Daughter, how is this going to go? Yeah, wow. Okay, this is to do with karmic person, karmic individual. Very strongly. Karmic individual, workplace, contract, partnership, something is being severed here. The person is worried, but they feel that they, like I said, it's like, okay, I'm freaking out about this, but guess what? At the end of the day, the only way I'm going to know is by following through, because this keeps me in a circular pattern and I can't do this anymore. Okay, what's this judgment, please? I feel they're hell-bent on... They're basically having a conversation to themselves saying, you're going to try and check yourself out of this. And there is absolutely no point to do such. Yeah, it's like the Pluto card. There's absolutely no talking to myself and talking myself out of this because I just keep going in circles. Okay, how are they exceeding the future, please? They were hoping that this could merely be a friendship, but they also feel that that would be left behind and it also would cause issues. They've tried different ways. They definitely have. No matter what they've tried, it's been the same. Sorry, I was getting a phone call. I hung up. I'm not breaking the channel. And I don't mean the channel. I mean the channeling. Okay. Last but not least, let's have a look at this aftermath. Yeah, it's like, this person has misinterpreted it. It's like, this could have been a value-based situation that was entangled. It could have been something to do with money. They also feel that you have been a friend, a romantic person, somebody that has always been there, and they do feel they can trust you. So they're looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at, what really resonates. Wow, they're plowing on through with or without it. Okay, so what do I mean with or without it? If there's been a bugbear to do with a tribe, a family, a job, money, whatever has been spiritually blocking them, they're holding true to their values, even if it does mean they lose something, they feel they're gaining so much more. And they're really having the courage to not repeat a pattern and keep going in circles because they simply feel it's going to turn up with the same results. This is a karmic contract that is being addressed and judged upon. And this is a karmic closing of this connection. It is going to look a bit ugly before it gets better, but I do feel the best is yet to come. We will check in with this energy next week. If you want to get it ahead of the crowd, you can come through and join a YouTube membership. Otherwise, I'll see you the following week.